What's up, guys? It's your boy Ace from Madden.com, and today we're going to be talking about the September title update. There's not much to talk about. It's a pretty short patch notes. It was mainly dropped for the new game mode, which we'll go over in just a second. And I would say that's why it came out this week as opposed to middle of September, or I mean, there still might be a patch later on, but generally speaking, the title updates usually happen in the mid-month or the third week of the month or so. So I'm going to just briefly go over it. It's going to be a quick video. And like I said, the game mode that was introduced, the Superstar KO mode, it's not really my kind of thing, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link in the description as well as the comment section, so you guys can go check that out. For those of you who aren't very active on Twitter or maybe haven't seen it on YouTube, it looks pretty cool. It looks like it could be fun, at least for a short period of time. And it's just like, basically an arcade style game mode. They're very quick. I think you have one possession or so to score, or whoever scores the most points in one possession. It's something of that nature. And you have like tons of abilities and shit, so it's just really arcadey. So it's not for me, but for those of you who are into that, need something to spice the game up, definitely check it out. It says for global updates, they have general stability and connectivity improvements. So hopefully, if anybody's still desyncing or getting disconnected, hopefully that is going to get better for you. I haven't had that issue since the first patch, personally. I'm not going to talk about franchise or presentation. We will talk about gameplay updates because this is probably the thing I'm most excited about. So let's talk about every single gameplay update. Fixed an issue causing the spot of the ball to be incorrect after holding penalties accepted after a turnover. I haven't seen this personally. Tuning to decrease the frequency of successful hit stick tackles and increase the frequency of broken hit stick tackles. Haven't played the game yet, but if this is true, this is big, because it feels like everybody can hit stick, and it feels like it's relatively easy to land a hit stick, because you can actually kind of suction in or warp into an animation with a hit stick, even if you're not precise with your hit stick. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that this patch is going to solve the warping, but the fact that it's going to at least change the frequency of how successful hit sticks are, that's going to be big news. All right, and then we have the big one, which is right here. Tuning to increase the break on ball reaction times for zone coverage defenders. So a lot of people have been complaining about zone all year, that zones don't play anything. I wouldn't say the zones necessarily have bad logic. I will say I think the zones had better logic last year, especially like outside thirds, kind of matching to corner routes better. But overall, they're very similar from last year to this year. And the main thing is they just don't break on anything. Like, even if you have really high zone rating, they always just seem late. You can always click on and kind of make it close with your user, but I mean, you really got to try, even if you have a good zone defender. So it looks like they've listened to player feedback, and they have increased the break on ball reaction time by 0.2 of a second. Hard to know exactly how 0.2 of a second feels. It's a pretty small amount of time, but I'm sure we are going to feel it. I'm sure we're going to see a difference. So it looks like for players without abilities, the zone coverage rating will determine how quickly and how frequently they will react to passes. And then for man coverage, it's going to do the same whenever it's a match coverage, which looks like a zone, but converted to a man. So whenever they convert to man responsibility, it's going to be relying on the man coverage rating. Very important to note, especially if you have my Chiefs defensive guide. I break down quarters and palms extensively, so you'll know exactly, versus palms. If you're playing a trip set, you'll know that you need a good man coverage guy on the field in that specific spot that I talk about. All right. And then this one's funny. Fix an issue sometimes allowing specific quarterbacks to enter a state where they could not be tackled while scrambling behind a line of scrimmage. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of clips of that. The untackleable quarterback glitch. Out of that specific play that I purposely never broke it down because I didn't want to spread it even more. I'd never really encountered it online, but I saw tons of clips of it. I just didn't want to make it any worse than it already was. So that's going to be it. There's not really much in this patch, but I will say this will be the one that we're most excited about, the zone coverage. I think we will feel a difference. Even I know it seems small, 0.2 of a second, but I am pretty sure we will feel a difference. So if you have any questions whatsoever, let me know in the comment section. If you guys are interested in a new scheme, J-Wall, one of the best passers in the entire world, dropped his offensive scheme, which is gun wide off trips pass, on the website acemadden.com. Just head over to my products, or I guess products, and you'll see it under there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.